So hi,
Okay.
welcome back to the show. So earlier we had our special guest Nicole Lim. We were like talking about some questions regarding about her book and also related to her condition. So now I want to ask Nicole about this question, which is about as chronic illness patients and those with invisible health conditions. Honestly, I feel like we are kind of underrated and misunderstood. And I want to ask, like, how do you feel about the assumptions other people made about your health condition in the past versus now? And also, how do you feel about Asian how do you feel about the Asian society judgment in terms of those with invisible health conditions? How do you feel towards that? Like what's I mean, yeah, since you study philosophy, so I want to view your take on like how do you view the assumptions on people who view those with uh view your health
Mm.
conditions, and like how do you feel people can do better in terms of those who are struggling with invisible health conditions?
I think okay, one thing about me from the past is that when I was younger, I really had no self-esteem at all. Uh,
Mm.
it is. I mean, we discussed like self-harming earlier on, but I also want to bring up that I used to be in such a bad state that how common it is to have like chicopates on the MRT again on the MRT, like in public
Oh,
Like the
transport.
MRT or the
pain,
bus, right?
pain.
Yeah. So I got to the point when I, as a 14-year-old, gets
Mm.
like touched by our uncles, and then
Oh,
the thought that goes through my head is not, it's like it's just thinking that why this old uncle so desperate that he want to touch someone like someone like me. That's how like bad I look at myself then. So
mm,
as I now that at this age, after everything that happened, I feel a bit disgusted at myself lah for thinking that way. Like, why did I think of myself so lowly?
mm,
And I think part of it was because of like society's like ableistic ableism, like the way
Yeah.
that everyone expects us to be like. I mean, we're always comparing things. Another thing that people like to compare is like people with the same or similar illnesses and
Or
being
like
able to do different
grades.
things.
mm.
Yeah,
Correct. We are
and
living in a constant world of like wanting to
competition
Comparison.
achieve
and comparison. Yeah.
first in place. And if I have to put it in a a comparison, I think I would like to bring Korea's education system. I think it
And their
ties in
beauty
very well.
standards.
It ties in very
Mm.
well with like a Singaporean's education system where everyone I feel everyone is pressured to be perfect. Everyone is pressured to be first and everything. And like if I've watched like a lot of news like recently regarding the Korean education system.
Mm.
It's quite bad lah, because like there's like some people for like important exams like uh the
The
SAT or like
CSATs,
high school
yeah.
exams, right? They don't really like barely get a rest from everything. It's like it's a very fast paced environment, and you're expected to like keep that up. And I feel that's exactly what Singaporean society is like into that
And like
state now.
like the parents who can afford it, they will just send their
Yeah,
kids to like a lot of extracurricular
yeah.
activities, tuition, enrichment
When
class, whatever
yeah,
lah.
yeah, when they're actually not aware, it's causing a lot of stress on like the kid itself.
Mm.
So yeah.
Like the kid is like, oh, why you sending me to so much classes? And there was like this one point of time, I know like my math is like quite bad, but there was this one point of time like near PSLE, I had like 3 different math tuitions.
Mm,
And it was really bad. It was like really stressing me out because my schedule was so packed.
mm,
And
Especially
currently my
also,
schedule is still like kind of packed. Like I have like one day, one thing to do each day,
mm,
and like I only have like one day like break.
mm.
So I don't really have much rest, I guess.
And the fact where like we are they
And like because
And
like people don't
yeah,
see it, right? You're
yeah,
like expected
yeah,
to function like normal people.
correct. And it's like the fact where, you know, as chronic illness patients, right, we feel the need to like perform twice as better as other people, to like be seen
Mm.
as like like we are doing
We need to
normally.
make up for our
Yeah,
our flaws,
disability. Yeah, our
Yeah,
disability.
disabilities,
or like
yeah.
when we like disappear from school cause we were very sick in the hospital, we need to try and catch up as fast as possible.
Correct.
Like to be at the pace at like
Mm,
our other classmates.
mm.
To be like on track lah.
And
It's just a bit stressful like that in that
I
way.
feel quite saddened for myself lah, because recently these few days I had like a very bad burnout. This was like the kind of the worst burnout. Not only my burnout is like it will just like take like a few days to recover, but this was like kind of the worst burnout like in 2 months. And like I didn't even realize it until now, because like I was busy with work, and like work was like the only number one cause of like the burnout, because like I didn't even have a time to get a break in such a fast paced environment. And then like I ended up like crying, but it's like I don't even like tell my boss about it. And that's where I like came to like epiphany, where like, you know, I shouldn't be like so, I should learn to like slow myself down lah in such like a fast paced environment. But the fact, because of my chronic illness, I feel like I feel the need to be a like a role model, and like to prove to everyone that like
I can do it because society says so.
yeah, and the expectation placed upon like the chronic illness patients
Because like you
it's quite high, in a sense where, you know, like when we undergo certain procedures, then we always get very very positive compliments, like we're so brave,
so
and like,
Yeah,
and
you're so
honestly
strong.
that's
I don't know how you
yeah,
can do this,
yeah,
but like it's not
like
like I got a choice, right?
yeah lah.
honestly, like
Exactly,
I really detest like this kind of like comments. Like once in a while I'm like okay with it, but slowly I'm starting to hate the idea of
I'm like
getting complimented of being
I think right, I would draw the line at like the comments, right? The positive comments, I'll draw the line as, oh wow, you're so brave. I couldn't, if I was you, I couldn't do it. Like what? Like I had no choice to do it.
yeah, correct. And that's why I say like we are kind of being like in a very uh we are kind of living in a very assumption society, that kind of thing. And that's what like
Yeah.
I believe
And
like that's what Riley's book is also trying to uh like spread. It's kind of like spread awareness that we are we are not what we seem on the outside. Like just because
and
we are functionally normally on like the outside doesn't mean we are like doing fine on the inside. That
yeah.
and
I agree with that statement.
Mhm.
And it's just like Nicole, like I wanna ask you a question. So I just wanna know like what do you hope like the public knows about people with invisible illnesses, even though they might not seem like chronically ill or like look sick? Like what do you wish that the public know?
I think like I mentioned before, in like though like just give someone the benefit of a doubt in like in most situations, because you really you really don't like you can't predict or know what a person is going through that day either. You don't know whether
Of course.
yeah, especially people with illnesses like us, right? We will have way more bad days than most other people. So like
Yeah,
if
and also the fact that our days can go from good to bad, like all of a sudden.
yeah, like I mean just the other week, I mean I missed our call that was supposed to be on Monday also, because it's a sudden thing that happened that my symptoms just flat and I was not able to do anything like at all. It's just like this kind of thing can happen. Like I remember there are times in school, right, that I will just suddenly feel unwell, going from an okay day and then I'll just be unwell and I have to go home like now.
Same.
Yeah, people don't like understand, like, it's not that. I mean, I feel a lot of guilt just doing that, like just skipping class to not skipping class, taking MC, that kind of thing, because I don't feel
Yeah,
like
or
I don't
like
feel like this is because of society, the way society is. I
I
feel
think also
guilty
like
for like,
because you take MC, like if you take a lot of MC, like maybe people have the
yeah, people
impression
think
like,
that you're
oh,
really
you're
lazy, like
lazy.
childcare, then they see you as
Then,
like, especially
yeah,
when you
and
go
then
to
it's like then the boss like like at this rate, you don't need to come to work already.
yeah, then also uh like there's a lot of guilt that you cannot do as well as other people. Then you see when other people, like, I don't understand how other people can, like, just like gang MC, that kind of thing. I mean, my this kind of internalized like conflict is so bad that when I was having my transplant that year, right, I had to like fight myself to let myself take a break from my studies, because I was actually planning to like undergo transplant while continuing my studies. Then I really, really like spent a lot of time contemplating whether I should or should not. And another thing is that if I force myself to transplant while studying, right, it will also compromise my grades really badly. And then people will be like, I mean, you do when you see people's like GPA and all that kind of thing, you just see like, oh, you didn't do so well, that kind of thing. Then they compare you with other people.
Yeah,
But
or
then
like
they
they
don't
think
see
cause you
that.
didn't do well, you're just lazy. Like you
Yeah, then
didn't
they'll
try
just
hard
see like, oh, your
enough.
grades are not as good as other people, but they don't see that, I was struggling through all this kind of thing. Like these are my grades, but on top of that, I had to do this and that.
Yeah. Especially for my O levels also, like last year. So last year, like during some of my major O level paper that holds quite a lot of like percentage, I was hospitalized. And like people don't see it. Like, for example, like I felt after I feel that after my O levels, I actually felt super self-conscious to even go to school to collect my results. And like coincidentally, right, the day when my O level results came out was actually my doctor's appointments day. So I just told my teachers that, hey, I have an appointment. I'm not going to collect my results. So like hopefully to not receive that judgment from like other people, I guess. Like it was just so coincidental, like everything just fit perfectly, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to the hospital instead. Cause like just felt that at a point of time, like my doctor will understand me more, cause she has seen me through like that admission, and she's like, yeah, like obviously she knew like how terrible the situation was, but I was still taking the paper. Yeah, and like other people, for example, like my classmates might not understand, and they might be like, oh, what's your grade? And like they might think like I am horrible and I'm not smart.
Okay. The next question that I want to ask is, remember you talked about the gas that you inhaled in. So this is the question I'm gonna ask you now.
Oh my gosh, the
Yeah.
gas.
Yeah. So I want to ask, how do you manage to cope through the gas, which is pentamidine? Sorry if I
Oh
pronounce it
yeah, I
wrongly.
think
Yeah, that you were inhaled to prevent the lung infection despite the discomfort after inhaling the medication. Especially having to stay extra days or like a few weeks because of like extra procedures of rising complications that you have to go through. So
I'll say
I want
that
to ask, how do you manage to cope?
uh, for me it was like, I mean, the fact that I couldn't say no to to not doing the
Like I mean, you
fantastic
don't really
thing.
have a choice, right? So
Yeah,
imagine
there's
like
no
people tell
choice.
you like, oh, I could never do that. Like, I don't have a choice.
Yeah, I literally don't have a choice if I want to like survive past that.
Yeah,
And
I don't
also
have a
like
choice unless I want to die.
the fact that I went through a transplant, the transplant recovery itself was already such a big journey. So at that point, the Fantasa thing was like minuscule compared to the transplant recovery. I guess it's like, for me, it's just like taking it. I mean, even now when I cope with like really bad stuff, I'm just taking it day by day. Like if something really bad's happen, I just tell myself, try to get through today to get like just get trying to get past this. Like eventually there'll come a time that you don't feel like this anymore. So just hold on to
Like
that
eventually
time.
you will probably feel better.
Yeah, they'll like tomorrow, maybe it'll be tomorrow, maybe it'll be like, like few days later, but there will be a time when you'll feel better. I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, we don't really have a choice but to just hold on, right? If not, yeah.
I think to be honest, is quite important for like people with like illnesses to have this kind of mindset. Like it's a good
Yeah.
thing, I guess.
But it's more
Like
difficult to.
yeah, it's
It's
very
very
difficult, but
difficult.
it's a good thing to hold on to.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
There are times that I feel like offing myself after recovering from like procedures because I just feel like so damn terrible.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And yeah, it's just then I just tell myself like just hang in there. Like you will not because tomorrow maybe you won't feel this way tomorrow. So you just wait for that moment. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Just wait for that moment that you feel better.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because there were a lot of times where I just really wanted to off myself.
Mm.
Like just report to the afterlife and be like goodbye.
To
Because of
unalive
both
myself.
physical and mental health struggles. And
Mm.
I was really thinking about it, and then obviously like it got so dark to the point that I had to talk to my friends, and my friends had to talk me out of it.
Mm.
That they're like, oh no, don't do this, cause like why are you gonna do this for what? Like just wait lor, I guess.
Mm.
But I think it's a very difficult mindset to have. But
Yeah,
it's a
it's
great
very
mindset.
difficult to hold on to, but yeah.
Mm. Yeah, especially when you're in the hospital and then you're like so sick. It's super difficult.
You just feel like shit.
Yep,
Mm.
exactly. And like this is like sort of our final question, I guess. Nicole, do you have like any advice to like other patients with chronic illness or invisible illnesses, or like advice you wish to tell your younger self?
Mm, if I knew that, I didn't know that this kind of like chronic illness groups for younger children existed. So I kind of wish I could have joined something like that when I was younger.
Yeah,
I
there
think
was
we've
like
been
Club Rainbow and Make a Wish, I think.
Make a Wish,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that was where your book came from.
the foundation.
Yeah,
yeah.
the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Oh, I thought they are like more of a. I mean, I thought they are wish granters, not a support group.
Mm. Mm.
There are more wish granters. Yeah, I also agree. But I was in Make a Wish for a while, but then like I just kind of didn't go the events for a bit already. So I kind of just like I don't know lah.
Mm.
I mean, like same age peer support groups because I am in some online, but they are more like
For us
for older
is
people.
for
Yeah.
us is more like
You were taught by a
CQC,
doctor.
so it's more like kidney patients, and
Mm.
then our camp, like
Yeah,
our
and
friends
then we
from
also have
camp.
like art therapy support group like Dream Catchers where we like come up with a team and then we come out with an artwork
I think
that like speaks about
I'm
our
not sure
struggles,
that
that
I
kind of.
worked on the Dream Catchers project last time with Creative in Spirit.
Mm.
Was were you were there also, right?
No, I wasn't
1990.
there.
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't there. But I do remember seeing a post with you and one of my mentor, which is Shanice. I think you know
Oh
her.
yeah, it was with Shanice. Yeah, I did a
Mm.
camp with her that time. Not a camp, a workshop. Yeah.
Mm.
I would say
And,
like try and find. I wasn't so lucky in finding support group, but I mean I did have at least some friends from like around me that they didn't have the same issues, but I also had those. My family's also pretty supportive. My parents all that. But yeah, I'll
That's
say that
nice.
try and get.
that's nice.
I think having peer support is quite important. People
Yes,
around. Yeah.
definitely.
Not just peer support. I think family support is like kind of the number one priority also.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm. I also forgot to ask one question, right? You did mention you had like a lot of outfits to try on, like
Oh yeah.
especially dresses. So I wanted to know what was like the feeling like when you tried
Like
on like new outfits for the first time.
did you like feel like, oh, cause like I look a bit different, and then
Yeah.
you look a bit seemingly healthier, then like
Yeah.
you feel that it looks nicer on you or something.
When I was younger, after my diagnosis, I mean, I mentioned I was in a very bad headspace.
Mm.
I didn't take care of my skin, and
Mm.
like because of my jaundice, all that,
Yep.
I mean, it's itchy and all that. I didn't feel like putting stuff on my skin also lah. After my
Mm.
transplant, my symptoms got better, so I got
Mm.
started to like get more into fashion. I think that was the first time I actually felt like I might actually be like, pretty and kind of thing.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
So it's only like around last year that I got into makeup even.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how late in the game I am.
it's
But
okay. I also got into makeup only a few years ago.
FYI,
It's fine.
our co-host here is also like a makeup junkie. Every time she will like post one video of her doing skincare routine.
I'm more of a skincare type of person rather than makeup. Like
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of like makeup, but like unless got
Mm.
event or like I'm going out, then I'll put lah. But I'm more of like a skincare sort of person. Like just take care of my skin properly, then like it looks beautiful. Then it's okay already. I don't mind not having makeup.
I started skincare like stuff recently and like getting clothes that I like to wear. But also must be careful about the clothes I buy because I don't know, again, I don't know if these medication side effect, but like my skin can get quite sensitive to a lot of fabrics.
Oh,
So
I
must
see.
get the
I
soft,
think
cannot get
yeah.
scratchy.
Like
Yeah.
what kind of like
Materials.
fabric that you're like allergic to because of your skin condition?
I'm
Like
not
is
sure,
it cotton or leather based kind?
cotton so far has been fine, but I really prefer those silky, soft kind of material.
Oh,
The
satin ah.
satin is nice. Yeah, satin is lovely to like it feels smooth, so like it doesn't irritate my skin. I think stuff like polyester, like those, as long as the material feels scratchy to me, I will yeah, I will not
Generally
able to
avoid.
generally avoid. Yeah, I realize that now. Then also like makeup also I don't put a lot of makeup lah. It's
Same.
keep it limited lah. The heaviest part I do is what will be eyeshadow, I guess.
Mine is concealer because obviously dark eye circles.
Oh, I don't actually use concealer because I don't like the feeling. I just use like the base makeup powder and eyeshadow and mostly the eyes that I work on. So
No, but my eyes I
I don't
used
do
to
anything
really
much
love
other than
eyeshadow a lot, but I kind of just grown out of that and I was like a bit like it's just like eyeshadow I had no interest. Like sometimes when you need to like just get ready like basic lah, I will just do my concealer cause that's like one of the most important steps to me. Cause like to cover like my dark eye circles or like if I have any pimple or something.
I thought the eye circles are like in the in thing right now. Is it not?
What?
I thought it's like a trend right now, the eye circles.
I don't know. But I do still prefer to cover it because like it's just I just have a bit of like insecurity and like,
I mean, if you don't like it, then just cover.
yeah, and I'm like, what if it looks too dark and then people like get too worried about me? Like, I wear makeup just to make me seem like I'm not struggling.
Oh.
I'm like that kind of person, so I would very much prefer to have concealer on rather than like to do other things.
I think one thing I got into buying a lot is I used like makeup is a start, but then I really got a lot of hair accessories.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have a lot of clips
I
and colorful stuff.
I also have like kind of like I have some like hair clips from I think there's this brand called Louisa, is it?
Oh, Lovisa.
Yeah. I have
Lovisa.
those hair clips. I only put those hair clips
I
on
really
days
love
I'm
scrunchies.
super lazy to tie my hair, then I just wear like hair clips.
Actually, I
using the
really
claw
love
clips.
scrunchies. Like my scrunchies is my favorite thing.
Oh yeah, I got another
Scrunchies is
question.
just so like it doesn't pull too much of your hair because whenever I in school you need to tie your hair stuff like that, but it usually pulls.
I use the claw clips.
Yeah. I also started using claw clips, but not so often lah. But it's more of like I just tie up my hair with a scrunchie. That's about it. Like I'm not even gonna use like hair ties because hair ties that just pull your hair. For me,
Yeah, they're kind of like I only use hair ties when I'm doing like okay, one thing is that I kind of like to tie twin tails, even though my friend says it makes me look childish. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah lah, then use the scrunchie. I just use scrunchie only. I'm like, You know
Same.
what? I'm done with hair ties just pulling the heck out of my hair.
Oh, I wanted to ask you all, right? Since you're also on immunosuppressants, can you all pierce your ears or cannot also?
I don't
I
really pierce
pierced my
ears.
ears like last year.
I'm still not
last year,
allowed
I
to.
I don't dare to pierce my ears cause get infection.
I
No,
pierced
I did
before last
pierce
time,
my
then got
ear, but it
infection, then my
would
doctors don't let
depend.
me.
It would
Mm.
depend. Then like, for honestly, right, if you wanna like piercings, right, maybe go find like reputable stores, like
Yeah,
they have proper sanitation. Don't go to like
correct.
those kind like that is like is cheap but like it's not
No,
really
this
super
is the
clean.
one thing that my doctor does not let me do.
Uh, for me, it's like they were like okay with it. Like, honestly, just make sure you're going to a reputable place lah.
Yeah,
And like
same
the
if you're
sanitation,
if you
like
plan
it's
to go for
sanitized,
tattoo
everything.
also.
Just make sure.
Yeah, it's the same if you're planning to go for like a tattoo or earring. It's like you just make sure everything the place is like
I'm not allowed to
reputable
get
and
tattoos either.
I mean in future
I
lah,
mean,
I'm just saying.
okay, I think if you really want to like wear some earrings, invest in
Yeah.
fake earrings.
Yeah, I got some
Yeah.
clip-ons. I went K-wire because after my doctor said no, I got very angry. I bought like 30 pairs.
Oh my gosh.
I got very
So,
angry.
right, started out that I wanted an ear piercing is because like every woman in my family literally had it.
Mm,
Literally have it, like everyone have it.
mm,
Like I think it
Mm.
was like a tradition sort of thing.
mm,
Like even my little cousin, right?
mm,
She's like 4 or 5. She got her ears pierced
mm.
or something. Yeah, she got her ears pierced, and like everyone just has it, and I feel a bit weird like not having it. So initially, one of my cousins gave me a fake earring, and then I just started wearing it, and I thought it looked nice. And then afterwards, I officially got my ears pierced.
Mm.
But I think you can ask your doctor about it, cause like
Yeah.
it's a very like you're creating sort of a wound, I guess.
No, I asked many times already. Every time he said,
!aiyo!
"Oh, you better not because like this will happen." And
Like
it's
there
not. It
could
was
be like risk of infection, like
Yeah.
definitely
I mean
true.
if you want to wear earrings you go. I got one time right. I do
Just
want
wear
to
fake
wear
earrings.
earrings.
Just wear
Yeah.
just
fake
kind of
Like
ones.
those ear cuffs, you know, that kind.
yeah. Oh,
Something
I
like
have
your
some
ear.
ear cuffs also. They were nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Or
I'm
like
just
you can
sticking on
just wear
those.
fake earrings, like it's
Yeah.
okay one.
Or like those ear stickers, you know, like you just stick on the ears.
Yeah.
You know that time primary school they got sell those earrings,
Yeah.
but it's the sticker kind. Then you just paste on your ear. Was like quite the trend back then, and then I just paste everywhere.
I also have a
Aiyo.
tendency to like put a lot of fake tattoos when
Yeah.
I got no work the next day, that kind of thing. Because like again, no tattoos allowed. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do fake ones then.
Yeah.
Mm,
Mm,
I see. I
Mm.
see. Like, you know, I just like at the start it was just fake earrings, and then after that it actually became like real lah.
Real.
But luckily, the person who pierced my ears, they gave me like this solution to like clean my ears daily,
Mm,
to like make sure
Oh.
it's not infected lah.
mm.
So you have to try, maybe, I don't know, like you can wear fake earrings, like for sure, definitely do that if your doctor doesn't allow you to pierce. For
Yeah.
sure, please do that. Like definitely, like 100%.
Mm, mm, mm.
Like I don't know, I just like it. Then afterwards, I really just got my ears pierced, but it was like very annoying to clean.
Mm.
Eventually, my mom just helped me clean it for like 1 month or
I don't even
1 or
know how
2 months straight.
I don't even know how my sister like got her ears pierced because sometimes I see her wearing earrings at home at home so I'm like damn.
No, for me it's like I have a piercing, like I have my ears pierced, cause like it's sort of like family tradition, I guess. And like it's like I feel like I just feel like, oh, I don't look as pretty as like other people without earrings. I don't know, it's just like insecurity thing. Because my ears looks like it's like pointed a bit, like it has like a shape kind of thing. So I thought like it just look weird if it's just like that. But I think I sort of overcome that feeling a bit now I usually don't really wear earrings that much. Like
Mm.
it's more like if I have time to put on, then I'll put on. Unless if I have time lah, but if I don't have time, then I'll just like don't care about it. Then like I just make sure the hole don't close out only. Because it's like already healed. It's like already like there's no bleeding, nothing already, and it's okay already. Everything is fine already. So it's okay lah. And up till now, it's still okay. But there was like some times where they release, where like I can like feel some like liquid around my ears, and then I'll just wipe it and I'll try to clean it and stuff like that. But yeah, fake earrings is a great alternative. Honestly, I agree. But I only have one, and like fake earrings are super hard to find for some reason.
I bought from Lazada.
No, I think Louisa also can get the fake one, the fake ear cuff thing.
Yeah. But now I officially have my ears pierced already, so it's fine. Like I can get any earrings I want.
Okay. The last question I want to ask is do you have any advice or tips you want to give to other patients who might be going for a transplant soon, or any tips to like to take care of your
body
after transplant,
and
also drop the skincare routine for your transplant, please. So
no, or like patients who are going through like a condition that may be like liver related, like just similar condition as you lah.
Correct.
Like what's your advice for them?
To the viewers out there.
Yeah.
I think the number one thing would be to listen very carefully to your doctors and do your own research on like stuff that you like diet plans are like what are the healthy foods. Ensure you drink a lot of water. Like for me, what I did was I bought a 2-liter water bottle from Shopee.
The Tupperware one, right?
Mine is 1 liter. But I just refill it like 3 times a day, then it's fine.
I refill mine like twice a day sometimes. I mean once or twice a day lah.
For me is I have to drink like 3 liters a day, but obviously now like I have a bit of like stomach issues, and it's really hard to like have like appetite or like have any urges to eat or drink something. So I'm struggling there a bit, but I think I can manage it. Like hopefully my I'm hoping like my kidney isn't that bad that like my doctors wouldn't like be like, oh, what in the heck you happened.
Yeah, another thing is like you're going for transplant soon. I think most of what I can say is just the standard doctor stuff. Ensure like wear a mask when you go out. Make sure you don't get any infections.
Make sure like so especially like if like people around people like family members, if like they have like any like illnesses, like contagious illnesses, like for example they have like a flu, like you can like stay a bit away from them, I guess.
Yeah. And
or like whether your family, like for example like your family have like chicken pox or something, and then you just stay away from them, cause it's just like you can't risk getting infected, cause like it's probably gonna be much worse for you.
Yeah. Also I would think that trying to find like a creative hobby that you can work on in the hospital, because what I did was like doing art in the hospital. It helped me to like kill some time while recovering.
For me, another advice that I'll personally give is like during hospital admissions, please find like leisure activities to do, like even if it's just playing games is fine.
Yeah.
Like it's fine, like you just have to kill the time.
Just want to pass the time.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, and also if you're like me and feeling guilt over having to postpone your studies, don't feel guilt, because it's not worth it lah. Why would you I will ask my old self, why would you want to stress yourself out more? You're literally undergoing like surgery that is life-changing. You don't want to balance that with your studies. It's gonna cost, because you might compromise your grades. You're not gonna do as well as you like, and you're really just putting unneeded stress on yourself. Like, focus on recovering, enjoy like your time after transplant, because when you're recovering, right, it's really a fighting battle, like recovering.
Correct.
And you
like
you
when you're
don't want to
recovering,
stress
you
with
have
your
like
studies.
you have
Hmm?
like such a weak immune system, you know, like you have to be very careful of everything.
Yeah.
Like anything can happen from like surgical complications or anything. And during my kidney transplant, I actually had like a complication.
Biopsy. I'm sorry,
it was
I
not-
keep bringing
it
up
was-
the B word, lol.
No, it's not biopsy. So after my kidney transplant, like 1 or 2 days later, they discovered like my kidney and like my bladder, like the connection, there's like some problem. Then they had to operate again just to fix it.
Then you went under a knife again. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like 7 I was like,
Wow, Piang.
yay. They were like, yeah, you're the only patient who. I'm like, okay,
Yikes.
cool.
Cool.
Like, it's just a bit funny. I'm like, oh, cool, I guess. Yeah, it's just that kind of like complication thing that just throws you off.
Yeah, during my transplant, I think I mentioned in my book, but like everything was happy, and then suddenly I got thrown down to the high dependency ward. And then they told me like, you gotta fast again. After I just fasted for 24 hours, I was gonna eat, not 24, I think it was
Oh
12
my
hours that
gosh,
time. They fasted me for 12 hours. I was gonna take the first bite of my lunch, and then they fasted me. Then
they were
the
like,
doctor came in
no,
like,
you
no,
can't do
stop,
that.
do not touch that. I think it was noodles or something. Don't put the noodles in your mouth.
Ayo.
And then and then the thing is that they sent me for procedure, and then I was told I cannot eat after the procedure until like the next day. So in the end, I fasted like almost 48 hours.
I
tell you, my
can
stomach hungry until now.
it's like
Then pain.
I'm a food lover, and can you imagine like you just want to eat, but then the nurse like tell you don't eat, you need to fast again. Wow, I tell you, I'll be
I'm
like
I don't know anymore.
why?
Then pissed, yeah. I
Like
almost screamed at the
why?
doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
You are already like
cannot.
lash out already.
I'm like, oh my
literally.
gosh, what in the
Like I want
world?
to eat a simple meal also cannot.
Yeah.
And once you drink the brown sugar water, the glucose water, I don't know.
Ew.
That was like my only source of glucose before I can actually have my first solid meal after transplant. It tasted like apple juice there. I'm not gonna lie, it tasted like apple juice.
Have you ever undergone colonoscopy?
Oh, I went for endoscopy recently.
No,
I went for
colonoscopy.
colonoscopy. No.
Oh, I tell you, after you taste the bowel prep for that, you will not complain about your brown water thing. Oh my god, it tastes like sewage.
Ew.
Yay! The longkang water.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god, it was so. I think it was kind of like salty, but also very. I can smell it. Like, it's so weird. I don't know. My nose and my mouth were so confused.
Oh my gosh. And then you know what's even like, you know, during the endoscopy, like they give you the spray thing to like numb your throat, and it tastes so bad. And I'm like,
I've been through
I'm
that.
like,
Done that. It sucks.
okay, whatever. I can't care about this anymore.
Oh my god.
And then
No,
wake
that
up,
one,
you just feel very drowsy and like you just want
Then
to
you just pass out.
vomit.
they gave me they used to give me the
same.
spray, and then they swapped to like the gas mask, which I very much prefer, but I still
I
not
don't know
eating
whether
up.
they give you like laughing gas or what.
They just
I
gave
know.
me the spray and then the sedative, and then I just fall asleep.
I like the falling asleep part, but I don't like the waking up part.
No,
Oh yeah,
like
lor,
the falling asleep, you just feel so dizzy because like I don't know, like sometimes I try to resist the side effect, and then eventually I just
You just do it for fun, right? Like, you just want to see if you can find back. But okay, I think right at this point, right, I think I have a feeling that I've gotten resistant to like sedation because like usually I have to undergo colonoscopy every year.
Uh-huh.
The last few years, I think I wrote in my book, I started waking up in the middle of it.
Oh my gosh, that
Yeah.
must be so weird.
Yeah, I feel it up my colon there. Then it's like I feel the water going through. I'm like, can you stop? I need to pee. Then they're like, no, you don't need to pee, it's just the water. And I'm like, it's water in my colon, right? What do you think is gonna come out?
Aiyo.
Mm.
Then CP, yeah, there's I think
So
actually I think CP
maybe they
like
need to use like a more stronger.
I feel like the CP at first during the first few time they gave me the GA, right, I keep vomiting and having like very bad side effects. I think they adjusted the dosage
Oh,
now.
same.
Right. By now they adjusted.
Mm.
I'm on my I think my 16 ARCP next month, 16 or 17.
Mm.
So by now they should know how much
What
to
is
give
like
me.
that? Like, is that like a procedure like that needs to be done?
Oh,
Like,
ARCP is endoscopic retrograde something.
Ah.
That one is to change the stents in my my bowel ducts.
I
Yeah.
see.
Mm.
Wait, I thought it's the same. Wait, what's your endoscopy thing for?
My endoscopy
Mine was also for gastritis also. I
same.
think it was also same for Janice, our co-host here.
Oh.
Same. And then I remember one time I had like gallstones.
Mm.
And then they literally had to go and remove it.
Mm.
Like, you know, it's through the scope and you're like, "Ugh."
I guess you were asleep for that, right?
Yeah, I guess
we were
so.
basically,
Yeah, I was
guess so.
asleep for that, but there were complications from that procedure.
Oh.
Like what?
Internal bleeding.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
one of the risks in GAS is bleeding for sure.
What is that?
General anesthesia is for surgery, so
You know,
Yeah.
every time the doctors come to get my signature for like my consent for
and then
ERCP, they don't even
yeah,
they're like, you know the drill by now, right? I'm like, yeah, they don't even need to go through all this with me. I'm just like, yeah, okay. They ask me,
okay.
can you name some of the effects? I'm like, yeah, bleeding, pancreatitis, blah blah blah. This guy over here sign it already. Like,
Oh, that reminds me, Nico. Next time when I get my next transplant, right? Then if they're gonna address me the side effects of the surgery, then no need to tell me. I know already. Don't spell it out. I know.
Or like my next endoscopy.
all right, don't waste my time, okay?
Don't waste my freaking
Oh my
time.
god.
I'm also getting my perm calf removed, so I don't need to tell them any.
I think
I don't need.
you're like, I think I get it lah. Bye.
Yeah,
No,
that's a good.
the
That's a good idea. You know, like basically have all the
Yeah.
side effects of the surgery memorized in
the
your head.
nurses at the endoscopy center, they recognize me now. Every time I get pushed down, they be like, hey, you were here like a few months ago, right? I'm like, yeah. Then he's like, hey, Nicole, she's coming in again. Then I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
What?
Regular patient liao.
Regular.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the what do you call that? The people who push the beds and the wheelchairs.
Like
That is a word for it.
my gosh, my brain.
We all forgot.
The what the porter.
Porter.
Yeah. The
Yeah
porters
lah.
recognize me already. I'm just like, I don't recognize you, but you recognize me.
Yeesh.
Jeez.
The porters and the nurses down at the center. Then I'm like, yeah, I'm back.
I'm like, hi, I'm back.
Do they sometimes bring you down earlier than when your procedure is?
Yes.
It's because they do, and then you cannot bring your phone down because they cannot keep your phone for you, so you're just stuck there staring at the ceiling.
No, unless no, because like for me, because like I'm on the pit side, so like my parents are allowed to like follow
Oh
me.
yeah. My parents start following me after the first few times.
Aiyo.
Normally when I go hospital, my dad and my mom bring me in. They'll set out my room for me. Put my laptop lah.
Yeah. My parents do, and then after that I'll be like, it's okay if you don't want to stay.
Yeah, my parents will not stay anymore because I mean I'm already old enough lah. But I
Yeah,
so I got
me
into the
too.
room myself.
Yeah, I'll be like, okay, I can do it myself.
Yeah, by now it's like
Like, I know the drill. It's okay. We got
and-
this.
but them annoying because like ask you to fast and they don't give you anything to do while waiting. I don't know why they bring me down so early
Yeah.
sometimes also.
Yeah.
Like you bring me down so early, I
Exactly.
stand there.
Exactly. And then they bring you down.
And then like 6 a.m.
I
they
get-
will just tell you 6 a.m. they will just tell you to wake up and eat something. Then I'm like,
Yeah.
walao, my
Yes.
then I might as well don't eat, walao.
Hey, can I tell you what's even more worse? Because of my last endoscopy timing, I had to wake up at 5 a.m.
Want
That
to
one
eat
more
ah.
jialat lor, please.
No. You know what makes it even worse? My IV cannula actually failed.
Oh yeah, you did tell me about that.
Yeah,
the
in
thing
the middle of the
kena
night, and then they
Ah.
had to reset it. Then I go to sleep and I sleep less than 6 hours.
Wah, piang.
Then I
Why?
got called to wake up to eat. I'm like,
Bro, what you
Would
gonna
you,
do?
would you rather have like an earlier scope though? Because I prefer my procedures to be earlier. Because as of right now, I think all my procedures will be at 2 o'clock, which I hate.
oh, for me, I don't really have a preference. But
Mm.
during that time, it was really like I didn't have any sleep at all because of like how like there were like some issues with my cannula, the IV cannula. They had to reset it, which means that I fell asleep very late because they had to reset it and then solve the issue.
Actually, during my
So
procedures,
like in that instances, I wouldn't prefer an early timing because that would just stress me out even more. Because of like the complications from like another procedure, like the gallbladder one, basically with the scope. Like I don't know, I just developed this fear. Like whenever like a doctor says like, oh, I need some like kind of procedure, I'll be like very, very scared and very anxious. I don't know, it's kind of just trauma, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah. But I think it has been a really good time talking to you, Nicole. Like, thank you for being on the podcast.
No problem.
Like, I was initially like sort of like, is it gonna be like a bit awkward? Cause like I don't really know you that well, and like you don't really know me that well. But I think it ended up okay, I guess.
I'm bonded.
Like we just talk, and then it's like okay lor. Yeah, but thank you for like being here for like our World Transplant Day episode, and I'm pretty sure that if our listeners hear this or our viewers watch this, like they will really benefit from this information on like whether they are like they have illnesses or not, don't have illnesses. Like if they don't have illnesses, then like they maybe will know better how to support other people around them with the illnesses. Like, and we're just hoping to do that. Like how to better support people with like chronic illnesses.
I think it is a good cause. Yeah. Interesting to have a podcast like this.
Thank you. So
yeah, so we did share about the tips and advices that Nicole wanted to give to patients for when we're going through for transplant soon. And then also since it's a World Transplant Day episode, anything you would like to say to your liver who has been with you throughout your whole journey?
almost.
Thanks for keeping me alive in past few years. Yeah, it's been rough, but we're still holding on. So see how long more we can hold on.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing today. Like I think my mom's getting quite pissed. For some
Yeah, it's quite
reason,
late
so I
already.
have to like end the.
Okay.
I have
Yeah,
to end
so,
like quickly, like sum it up
yeah,
quickly.
so,
Thank you, Nicole, for sharing your journey and like your advices, your tips.
And for your information, Riley, would you like to promote your book since
Like the
you're on
title, you know?
you're on this chronic illness sports show? Would you like to
I think we asked at the start already.
promote your book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
my book is
But-
How to Be a Good Patient. It's
Mm.
my it's what I worked on during my transplant, like the pre and after during the recovery period. That was my creative process. Mostly arts and writing. Just
Mhm. That's
journaling,
nice.
sending my thoughts down, and yeah, trying to
Mm.
share how to cope with this kind of like things.
if
Yeah.
viewers want to find and like kind of follow your journey as a liver transplant patient, where can they find you?
You can find me on my Instagram.
Mhm. Which we
YK
will
Riley.
link it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But thank you for sharing, and thank you for watching this episode if you're still here. And I hope that you had learned and benefited from this episode.
And also, happy World Transplant Day!
Yay! And
Yeah.
I'm Janice.
I'm Wan Ting, and
Mm.
This is Nicole.
during our
Yeah.
and before
And-
we end our podcast show, I'm gonna take a photo because after all I'm the host of this show. So before we end, let's just take a quick snapshot.
Okay, I think
Everybody smile at
I
the
think my
camera.
face is frozen again, but
Yeah, your face is frozen, but
It's
I don't know.
It's okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. All right. Thank you so much,
Alright, thank you
Nicole,
so
for
much,
appearing on our
Nicole.
thanks for
podcast.
having me. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. It must
Thank
be late and
you.
you might be tired, so sorry to like keep you for so long.
It's okay.
Mm.
Good,
Send our
good
regards to
night.
Riley for us.
Okay, I'll go to the aircon room and I tell her that y'all say hi.
Yep. And thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.